I'd love to hear a little bit about your take on organic as a kind of category in itself of clothing and why we should be a little skeptical when we read that word.
Yeah, so it goes back into there's no such thing as sustainable fashion part, because so now when I say this, it doesn't mean like I'm against organic. I like very much, it is far superior than the like new conventional chemical agriculture. So I need to just with that.
Thank you.
But there are two things I think that relate to this, the organic question. One is that as a person who is navigating, trying to find the sustainable thing, when they are told that something is organic, when I've spoken to people, they believe that that means that the whole product is somehow sustainable. But the truth of the matter is, when something is sold as organic, it means that the raw material has gone through an organic certification and has no bearing without other certifications about the rest of the supply chain. And when it comes to climate change, the textile mill is actually the most important part. The farm is important, but not nearly as important as what's happening in the actual textile mill. So that's kind of the first part. And then the second part, which is what Carl helped me understand about the organic label and just researching more about it, is it came about because mothers were concerned about the pesticides on apples for their children. So the motivation, and I think this also just helps understand motivation for laws and how they come to be, which the organic label is a law. It's a certification that the U.S. Department of Agriculture actually certifies. So it's a U.S. government body that actually certifies. But they did it as an anti-chemical standard. That's how it started. And so it's really about not using these man-made chemicals in the process of production. It is not about soil health. It's not a certification. And there is another certification that Patagonia is working on soil health. But the organic standard is not that. It does try to incorporate kind of more practices that would improve soil health. And soil health matters because that is where kind of climate beneficial things can happen. We don't know to what degree they can. But that when we're thinking about climate change, when we're thinking about those impacts, it's around soil health, which the organic standard doesn't directly relate to. So those are the things I think again, like the net, it's much better than conventional, but it's still misleading in its application.